Retang gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Yo, peace, love, and abundance to everybody watching right now. As always, guys, I appreciate y'all for tapping into the channel, man. You know, I really do. But today's video was actually a request. You know, I like to go through the comment section and see what you guys are talking about, right? So this guy in particular, he wants to know the reason why men shouldn't fight over women. You know what I'm saying? I thought this was a great topic, and it's a very serious topic at that, because a lot of guys find themselves in this situation where you fighting over a female. Now, don't get the title wrong. Don't let it mislead you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't protect a woman in your life. You know what I'm saying? If she's in danger or whatever the case might be. I'm saying that don't fight over a woman that doesn't want you, right? We got to understand that you don't control people, all right? People are going to do what they want to do regardless of what you say, regardless. And I think we get into, we get this idea that we can control another person, how they think, the decisions that they make, and you can't. Okay, even if you're married, right, a relationship, you don't control that person. Yeah, you sign a contract, but that's more so of an agreement, a business, you know, transaction. You do this for me, I do this for you, and we stick together, we build something. But even in that case, you don't control that woman. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get this through our head first. You don't want to fight over a woman for the mere fact that it makes you look stupid, okay? And it's a waste of time. That woman, if she's talking to somebody else or, you know, entertaining somebody else, doing whatever, the best thing for you to do is to walk away. That's the best thing you can do, all right? Because I'm gonna tell you this, if you entertain that by getting upset, getting mad, arguing, trying to confront the guy, and we're going to get into that later too, but trying to confront the situation, it makes you look insecure. And that's going to be a turnoff for her. She's going to be even more turned off. You're not going to win her heart back. You're not going to do none of those things. Okay, the situation is a lose-lose. So the best thing for you to do is walk away. And don't confront the guy. You know, if you see your girl out with another man or whatever, or she's talking to another guy, don't confront the guy. Don't put the blame on him. Don't try to do none of that, man, because you're just wasting your time. All right? The best thing for you to do is just move on. Move on peacefully. Right? She made her decision, and trust and believe she thought about her decision. Right? She didn't just go off a whim and decide to entertain somebody else. That was a very thought out decision. So you got to get in your head that you don't control that person. She is a soul having a human experience, and she's going to make her choices for the best of her survival. Right? This is where you hear that word hypergamy. You know, a woman's going to make the best choices for her survival and to live her best life. And that's people in general. You know, we all are like that. We all going to make the best choice to have the best life possible. That's just how it is. See, the problem with a lot of guys is we don't set boundaries. When you first meet a woman, you know what I mean, y'all talking, y'all going out on dates. A lot of guys are so mesmerized and infatuated with the cheeks that you forget about setting your boundaries and setting a foundation, your morals, your principles, what you stand for, what you like, what you don't like, what you accept in another person. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't set those boundaries clearly in the beginning, you can't expect to set them later in a relationship. Right? If you don't like to be disrespected, you need to let that be known. Honesty, loyalty, respect. This is what I cherish. Because if you don't set that in the beginning, she's not going to take you serious later on. You know what I'm saying? This is where a lot of guys, they try to switch it up. Now, you should have been like this in the beginning. Now you're trying to be a whole different person. You got to be happy with yourself too. You got to love yourself. I don't think a lot of you guys really know what being happy with yourself and loving yourself really means. Okay? It's one thing to say it to yourself, but it really means you got to be happy with life regardless what happens. Regardless what happens in your life, you got to love yourself. That never changes. You know, some guys, man, you find out your girl messing around with somebody else, and next thing you know, you start to get depressed. You start to hate yourself. You start to look down on yourself. Right? What does he have that I don't have? Now you don't have confidence. Your self-esteem gets low. That should never change. You know, and that's the problem. Like, you let these outside external forces change the way you feel about yourself. And we can't allow that to happen. You got to put up a barrier between yourself and your thoughts, yourself and the external world as well. We can't let those things affect us. Nothing should ever change the way you feel about yourself. Not a woman, not a man, not your job, not financial situation, nothing. And I think I might do a separate video on this, you know, pertaining to our thoughts. But our thoughts, a lot of times we will create a feeling from a certain thought that we get. If it's negative, we start to create the feeling from that. And, you know, I'm a Pisces, we got this real bad. Is we start to embody the very feelings of the thoughts that we have. And a lot of times those thoughts aren't even ours. They're just coming from different places. And now you're in a situation where you're playing out this negativity. You're actually living in this reality, and it's not even real. It's just that you gave it your energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like downloading an app to your phone, right? That app is not your phone. It's an extension. You can choose to download it or delete it. It's your choice, but your phone will function without that app. But if you do download that app, it will bring, you know, certain information and certain functions to your phone. Well, the same thing with us. Our thoughts are just apps, programs. All right. And you can choose to download it, or you can delete it, or you can ignore it. It's whatever you choose to do. And you gotta be able to discern which apps are good for you and which apps are destructive. Which apps are going to bring efficiency to your life and which apps are going to bring damage, right? So this applies to what you're going through, man. Don't allow yourself to lower your vibration to fight over anybody. Okay? You got to allow people to be themselves. Allow people to be who they are. Just know that whatever happens, your relationship, whatever the case might be, that you still love yourself. Don't let those thoughts creep up in your head of being depressed and, you know, being unworthy, not being adequate. Don't download those apps, those thoughts. You stay at peace with yourself, always. Don't let nobody take away your peace of mind. This is why we got to have great discernment when we're choosing who we let into our life. What y'all don't understand is, even if you just having, you know, a sneaky link, that's a relationship. You are creating an energetic cord that attaches you to that person. You might not think it's nothing, you know, you just scratching the itch. You just being intimate with this person, but y'all go y'all separate ways. But you got to understand, you're still creating a bond. All right. And whatever that person is going through, you are downloading and receiving those thoughts and feelings as well. So you got to be mindful who you let into your life, into your space. Be patient, man. Work on yourself. When you're happy with yourself and then you create that feeling of feeling good, feeling great about life, you're going to attract a partner that's going to reflect that. All right. You got to stop being so desperate and stop being mesmerized by the cheeks, man. We got to stop that. All right. Just because something look good don't mean it's good for you. You got to find somebody who's going to be a reflection of you. All right. But it starts with you and the way you feel about yourself. Your feelings is what attracts the world to you. Okay? So for the man that asked this question, man, or wanted some insight on should you fight over women, never. Right? Never fight over anybody. Okay? Just be happy with yourself, man, and stay in your lane. And what's meant for you is going to come to you. Okay? What's not meant for you, it's going to walk out of your life. You don't got to do anything. It's going to be exposed and it's going to be disposed of. Okay? So with that being said, guys, I hope this video resonated with somebody. If you guys need help, man, I do one-on-one consultations. So I'll leave my link in my description. Y'all have a beautiful day, and I'm out. Peace.